Welcome back, everyone. Today we're diving into One World Under Doom, issue number 7. Doctor Doom versus literally the entire world, culminating into the ultimate battle between Sorcerer Supreme and the newly minted Scientist Supreme. And we'll see who that is in a moment. Let's get into it. So we pick up the story with the fallout of the debate. Already, news anchors are losing their minds from what they witnessed. Doom literally shut Reed up in front of the whole world, and obviously you can guess the type of fallout that would have. Day 1, the cracks begin to show. We're picking up exactly 24 hours after the explosive live debate, and let me tell you, the fallout is already catastrophic. The news anchor opens with the chilling report. He says, "Fallout continues from yesterday's shocking footage. Millions remain trapped inside the torturous machinery of Latveria after the Avengers were expelled, an act that sparked global protests." Now here's what's absolutely terrifying about this opening. Doom's mask didn't just slip metaphorically in that debate. It completely shattered. The world had seen behind the curtain of his so-called Pax Victoris, and what they found was a tyrant holding millions hostage. This isn't just political theater anymore. This is a hostage crisis on a global scale. Day 2, we're seeing the world literally tear itself apart, trying to process what they witnessed. One protester nails it perfectly, saying, "His mask finally slipped. Not literally, but you know what I mean. Talk about insecurity." But it turns out some people think otherwise. They're supporters of Doom. We see a Doom supporter just shrug it off, saying, "I don't get the fuss. I don't think I've ever even met a Latverian." And obviously, it's kind of disturbing because she just dismisses the human suffering because it's happening to other people. Imagine this. You've been living under Doom's rule thinking everything is peaceful, and then suddenly, you're watching protesters get massacred on live TV. On day 3, 96 are dead, hundreds wounded. Doom has officially ended his Pax Victoris with the blood of his own people. Even the news anchor, who admits, "I'm not used to siding with protesters," is shaken to his core, calling Doom's menace out of control. But here's the psychological warfare genius of Doom. Even as bodies are hitting the ground, his supporters are doubling down. One protester argues, he didn't lose the debate, so why should he step down? It's not complicated. Some people just refuse to see basic logic. Behind her is a woman holding a sign saying, "Doom will save you." Days 4, 5, and 6 are the days of the slow strangulation of freedom. What happens next is a masterclass in how democracy dies, not with a bang, but with bureaucracy and twisted logic. By day 4, we've got news anchors literally justifying tyranny on live television. Treason has always been illegal. All our emperor did was clarify that treason actually is honesty. It's overdue, the news anchor says. And it's a trip because these are ordinary people convincing themselves that oppression is order, that silence is peace. It's like V for Vendetta, a world where oppression is law, silence is survival, and rebellion becomes the only voice. Which, if you think about it, the implications of this in real life would be terrifying. But that didn't work out because some of these people are complicit. Who knows? A full-on rebellion against Doom by the people could happen at any time. Day 5 gives us one of the most heartbreaking moments when J. Jonah Jameson makes his final broadcast. They can't silence J. Jonah Jameson, folks. I'll never stop bringing out the truth, and Doom will never. But he stopped right there mid-sentence, seized by Doom, or more likely a Doombot. Which I got a question. You think Doom actually handled this personally? So Doom or Doombot, whatever, then heads over to silencing J. Jonah Jameson, the voice of the free press, literally silenced on live television. Day 7 and 8, Doom reveals his true plan. Here's where Doom shows us exactly who he's always been underneath that noble rhetoric. He addresses the world with this calculated threat. Perhaps Doom has tolerated the dangerous and unpredictable vigilante heroes for too long. But the demands of global leadership mean I cannot personally attend to every matter. He's basically saying, I'm coming for the heroes next, and I'm going to enjoy it. Moving over to another interview, we get a civilian defending Doom on day 6. Listen to this logic. She says, those Latvians made their choice, and it was the right one. Things are easy now. That's the whole point of civilization. Anyone who says otherwise is a liar. But we all know Doom is taking freedom for security, choice for ease, and people are buying it even as the bodies pile up. Then we shift over to the Impossible City, Avengers headquarters, where Tony Stark drops the most sobering assessment we've heard yet. Tony says, the last reliable intel before Doom crushed the uprising showed his support was crumbling fast. The world's finally seeing him for what he is, but that doesn't mean we've won. Sue Storm gets to the heart of Doom's psychology. Doom said he wanted to help the world, but he never saw anything beyond glory. And now, as the glory slips through his fingers, he's settling for all the tyrants do: power. And this is a key insight here. Doom was never about helping the world. He was about being worshipped by it. When the worship stops, only the fear remains. It's interesting seeing how Sue understands Doom's psychology so well. Maria Hill then says to the team, we have a chance. For the first time, Doom is distracted. The uprisings have united us, and we've got momentum. But when he ends those rebellions, he ends our last, best shot to stop him. So we strike, all at once, one coordinated assault with everything this world can throw at him. This isn't heroic bravado. This is pure strategic desperation. They know this is literally their last shot. We change locations to the Richards farm in Arizona. Valeria Richards watches her godfather's transformation on TV, with her further explaining, months ago, he tried to justify it to me. He said he sought glory, but that glory is gone. All that remains is power and control. When Franklin can't believe Doom can take on the whole world, Valeria tells him, that's the thing. He is defending against them. Look at him. Uncle Doom is winning. Now we get to the absolute heart of the story. The moment Reed Richards steps onto the astral plane and delivers a line that changes everything. Greetings, Victor. And then he does this. Punches Doom square in the face. But here's what makes this moment so powerful. Reed's explanation of how he got there. You've been winning because you've had something I didn't understand. Magic. Time magic. Dark magic. Sorcerer Supreme magic. But I've been studying, mapping its repeatable properties. It's periodic. Did you know that? I hate magic, but I love science. And I've been building a new science. And it has me thinking that maybe Reed made some type of periodic table of magic. And I think that would look really cool. Anyway, this is Reed Richards at his most terrifyingly brilliant. He didn't just learn magic. He reverse engineered it, systematized it, made it reproducible. And then he does this. Tells Doom he learns something about magic. That anyone can wield it. You don't need to be chosen. You don't need to think you're a god. You just need to put in the work. And this is when Reed goes in for his big attack. He says to Doom while he lunges at him, I know I can still stop this. I know I can still fix this. So let us proceed. Sorcerer Supreme versus Scientist Supreme. And Reed, he does something really cool. He produces magical Wolverine claws and says, flame on, as he goes to attack Doom. It's really awesome. And then we get, as we always do, an internal monologue from Doom as he destroys Reed. It's pure concentrated contempt. Speaking of Reed, he says, he is a child, dressed in an emperor's robes, a forger, a thief, a clumsy, entitled, ambitious pretender. He is Uriah Heep, ripped from Dickens. That Dickens reference is perfect. Uriah Heep, the false humble villain who claims to be serving others while serving only himself. And it's interesting seeing how Doom sees Reed attempt to become a magical hero as pathetic pretension, but also at the same time, the real tragedy is that Doom has become exactly what he's describing. Then Doom does this: cast Reed into that infinite fractal dimension, a place where it feels like every cell of his body is being stretched beyond measure. And then he seals the astral plane forever. And it has me thinking, forever ever? Forever ever? I don't know, because the astral plane is where the Sorcerer Supreme enters when they leave their body. I feel like this will be a problem and very important later. But I don't know, that's just me. Let me know your opinion in the comments. Anyway, the final confrontation brings us back to Latveria, where a broken Reed Richards begs, "Victor, please." And Doom's response? He begs. Richards begs for mercy. But to the victor belongs the spoils. "You won't die, Richards. I promise nothing more." Death would be mercy. What Doom has planned is something far worse. On the surface, this story is an incredible superhero battle with cosmic stakes, but also at the same time, it's a terrifyingly relevant exploration of how democracy dies, how ordinary people rationalize tyranny, and how even the best intentions can be corrupted by power. The most haunting aspect? Doom genuinely believed he was helping. His supporters genuinely believe they're choosing safety over chaos. The news anchors genuinely believe they're defending order. This isn't a story about cartoonish evil. It's about how good people can enable monstrous systems. That line about the protester holding the "Doom will save you" sign? She probably still believes it, even as the bodies are being counted. That's the real horror here. Which, if you think about it, the implications of this in real life would be terrifying. When someone promises to make everything easy, to handle all the hard choices, to protect you from an uncertain world, that's when you run. Because comfort is the enemy of freedom, and safety is the enemy of choice. The tragedy of Dr. Doom isn't that he becomes a monster, it's that he convinced the world they needed one. What did you guys think of this comic? Any theories about what Doom has planned for Reed? If you like Doom related comics, check out my One World Under Doom playlist. Subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and thank you for watching. And until next time, peace.